10 News Pinpoint Weather Super 7-Day Forecast.
I haven't wiped the smile off my face since my Lakers made that trade. You don't know why they did it if you're a Dallas fan, but their loss is our gain.
Yeah, we're waiting. Doncic needs to make a big difference when he gets to LA.
Yes, and I don't think it'll be very difficult for him to do that. That's what we brought him in for. Come on.
That's true.
He is the future, and as far as it goes for our weather future, we got some changes to talk about here. Partly cloudy skies eventually at some point tonight. Not really seeing that at the moment, but clouds are going to slowly make their way back into the region. Some fog as well for those of you living in the mountains of all places. Visibility taking a hit tomorrow morning, so down to 2 miles in Palomar Mountain, Julian, and Mount Laguna. So keep that in mind if you happen to find yourself out there in the mountains making a morning commute potentially in that area. Our chances for rain are really starting to pick up. At the earliest, it'll happen overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. Wednesday and Friday are the highest chances that we will see any sort of precipitation, and in that frame, Tuesday through Friday, this is what the numbers are going to be looking like. North County, more than 1/10 of an inch, really more than 2/10 of an inch, 3/10 in some areas. South County less than 1/10, and then closer to 1/4 of an inch out there in the mountains. You'll see that all play out here. This is going to take you all the way through Saturday when the system comes to an end. And this is a look at now at where the final numbers could end up. Oceanside, look at that. Potentially receiving the most at 4/10 of an inch. The mountains, again, around 1/4, maybe less in Mount Laguna, but we know it's going to be a little bit less just in general in South County outside of Alpine at around 1/4 of an inch as well. It's going to be windy, too, in the meantime, in the deserts and at some points in the mountains, but mainly you'll see those very colorful regions in the desert, so those winds picking up at that point, areas of blowing dust is expected, and then by the time we get to Thursday afternoon, the mountains are going to catch right back up. Those wind speeds, 34 miles an hour in Julian to go along with the 41 in Ocotillo Wells. Temperatures today versus yesterday for our daytime highs. Look at that insane decrease. We were well above average for quite a string of days. Not the case anymore. Although we're not too far below average. In fact, in the mountains and deserts, you're either at or above average, and on the coast, you're right at average. But I showed you that graphic to show you just how different and cooler it is compared to this time yesterday. Speaking of on the coast, this is what the extended forecast looks like. You're in the 60s the entire way, gradually cooling down as we get closer to next Tuesday. This is what it looks like hour by hour. Not really going to get too cool tonight. Same goes for those inland neighborhoods, hanging out in the 60s pretty much the entire way. Outside of a brief warm-up next Sunday. We have that to look forward to. But yeah, in the meantime, rain is the name of the game. Even some chances for rain in the deserts. That cool down, though, as well. Look at that, in the 60s in a week.